everybody, welcome to Caffeinated Crafting. My name is Danielle, known as Caffeinated Gert around the interwebs. You can find me on Ravelry and Instagram as Caffeinated Gert. There is a blog. It is Caffeinated Crafting Podcast.blogspot.com. And there's a Ravelry group that's Caffeinated Crafting. You can find fun goings on there. You should go check it out. It's been a couple of weeks. I didn't record this weekend because I was lazy and busy. Well, not lazy. I was doing other things. So it's Monday afternoon, March 5th, and I thought I would record a little episode and say howdy doody. I did finally, on Saturday, get the prizes for the Red Hat Drive. Hi, Tiger. Of course you're here. You want to come up here? Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Isn't there not enough room because the chair's in the way? Here. Come on. Tiger. Are you coming? Come on. I did finally get all the prizes mailed out for their little Red Hat Drive for the Mended Little Hearts. Tiger wants to say hi. Tiger has a little bit of a boo-boo on his side. He has a scab going on where he got into something he shouldn't have outside. We tried to convince him to stay indoors, and last week, well, right after he got his boo-boo, he decided, yeah, it might not be such a bad idea. But then yesterday, it was really pretty outside, and he had a ginormous fit to go outside. You will not believe, he will meow for hours at the door wanting out. Hours, people. Won't you? He tried to be a little bit of a pain about it today, but not too bad. It's dreary out and kind of cold, so maybe he's not feeling the outdoors too bad. I wish he would just give it up and stay inside. I don't like that he goes outside. But anyway, so much about him. Not Tiger. Well, yes, Tiger's also being super cute, but Pistachio has been super cute. He's a little broccoli fiend. Do any of you have cats that go crazy for broccoli? I mean, really, of all the things, broccoli? He loves steamed broccoli. We share. Oh, what are we going to do? At least he's eating his greens. Anyway, prizes were mailed out. Yay for that. I got to the post office. I finished my blue socks. These are out of Trekking XXL. Little shorty socks. They're basically a Rose City roller, but I use a Fish Lips Kiss heel. Are you getting down? What are we doing? You want in this chair? I have stuff in the chair. You can get in the chair later. You can go sit somewhere else. You could use your cat bed. I know, it's a novel idea. So when we got Pistachio, I bought this really nice cat bed. Tiger has never slept in a cat bed. No matter what cat beds I have gotten, he has not used a cat bed. He usually sleeps on our bed. Or whatever chair I like to sit in. But we got Pistachio, and so I got this cat bed, and Pistachio always sleeps in his cat bed. Well, not always, but at least once a day, he's curled up in this cat bed. I got one of those, it's self-heating because of the way it's lined things. Well, then Tiger started sleeping in the cat bed, and I was like, well, that's cool, I'll get another one, and then you both have a cat bed to sleep in. If you like it, that's awesome. I bought the second cat bed. He has never used it. I have not seen him in a cat bed since I bought the second one. It's like he was just in Pistachio's bed, like, haha, I'm in Pistachio's bed. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool. And he goes, well, then I don't want to do it. He's crazy. And I have socks. So, Trekking XXL. Last time I recorded, I was here. So I finished this sock. And then the second sock since the last time we chit-chatted. I like how these turned out. These are for me. It's a Rose City roller sock but I substitute in a Fish Lips Kiss heel because I like how that fits me. Excuse me. So, yeah. Pretty cool. I just remembered something I meant to grab to show you and I forgot, so I'll show it to you next time. I have a little bit of other things to discuss. So I can take my little marker off now and wear my socks. Yay! Let's see what we got here. What else have I worked on? Pull my little chair back over here now. I did work on Sam's socks some more. These are worsted weight socks. I'm doing a 3x2 rib on size 3 needles. I'm using Cascade 220 Superwash. The color is 846. It's in my fat mop me in the nose. It's in my fat squirrel bag that I got at SSK back in 2014. And here's what we got. So I am a bit away from the toe, but here's where I was last time. So I will move my marker while I'm thinking about it. I had just started the, it's not a heel flat, but like the little flat portion of the heel before doing the Fish Lips Kiss heel. And so now I am trucking down the foot of this sock. So here it is. I had husband try it on and he says it fits great, so yay for that. I also had Aiden try it on and he also says it fits good. So after I finish these for Sam, then I may knit a pair for Aiden. We will see. I'm not in a hurry to finish these at this point because it is now March and getting warmer. So worsted weight socks won't be needed for a while. See, what have I got in here? I have not actually worked on this, but I forgot. I put this over here so I would work on it. This has my purl break in it, and I need to work on that this evening and tomorrow so I can check in for my Ilva morning with some progress. So that will get some love before the next time I see you, because it has not gotten any love in the last couple of weeks. I have a bunch of little finished objects. So, oh, and I don't have my iPad, so I can't show you. Well, if you follow me on Instagram or in my finished objects on Ravelry, I crocheted some little hearts. I followed a crochet pattern. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, people. So after, it's like a one round pattern. It's like almost not even a pattern. It's so small. But that kind of gave me the confidence to try something a little bit more of a crochet pattern, because I learned to crochet when I was in first grade. Actually, I learned to crochet right before I learned to knit in school, and I know how to crochet, but I don't know how to read patterns. So when I do crochet, generally I just make it up as I go along. And I think this is going to be the year, or this is the year I'm going to learn how to read crochet patterns. I'm excited about it, and it's going to happen. I have learned, though, I need to not crochet too much in one day because it hurts my wrist. And that is one of the reasons I don't crochet as much. I can knit all day, and it doesn't bother me unless it's like something really heavy, especially socks. I can knit socks all day. But crochet, I have to be careful. So I finished I did a blue star. I made a star! Isn't he cute? I needed a little project with a blue project for my Ilva Morning. There was a blue moon challenge where everything had to be blue. So I knit those blue dishcloths and tribbles I showed you last time, plus these socks. But I needed 400 yards, and I was like 8 yards short. So I crocheted one of these, which is about 20 yards, to make up the difference. Something like that. 22 yards, 20 something yards. Anyway, so, and then I was like, hi, I did it. Look, I followed a crochet pattern. I was so excited. This one is like a 4, well, no. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like a six row pattern. It's really easy. If you want to learn how to crochet and read a pattern, this is the go-to pattern, honey. It's the Bethlehem Star. Designer is Grass Harp Stitches. Here's the information. It's a free pattern, so I'm not giving away any kind of sauce. This is super cool, especially for someone like me, because I guess this was originally a German pattern. Either that or it was translated, but it has two sections, so like this side and this side. This side is in English and this side is in German. So I can go through and read either side, which is really nice. It also has a chart. And now that I know what I'm doing when I make these, because I pretty much have it memorized, I'm going to teach myself how to read this chart, and I think that'll help me with other patterns. Because right now it kind of just looks like squigglies, but I can learn what things mean by this. Since I know how to do it now. But there's a lot of information in this pattern. It looks kind of intimidated when you print it off, but you don't really need all that once you've knit it, or not knit it, once you've crocheted it once, you really only need 2 of the pages. But I printed the whole thing out because I wanted to read through it, and I'm trying to make this learning experience. So I have this little blue guy, and then I crocheted this little bright guy, and I think this is my favorite one so far. And then I crocheted this little guy. They're not pressed or anything yet. They're pretty, I mean, they hold their shape pretty good considering I haven't, you know, done anything to them yet. And then this one was out of self-striping, so I thought it was interesting how that turned out. And here's this one. And today in the car line, I finished this one, and I haven't woven my tail in yet, but I'm counting him as done. And he looks like this. This was a mini skein that was a single. Excuse me, I'm sleepy. 4 o'clock comes way too early in the morning. Really bad. And it's Monday, and I can't have extra coffee. I can only have 2 cups per day. It's so sad. I think I'll have some decaf and pretend I can have that. Anyway, so I didn't want to use this guy in my scrappy blanket because it's a single, but I thought for the star he was perfect, and I think it'll be quite cute once he's a little wonky still because, like I said, I just finished him. So I have a little bin here with little stars. I'm going to try to make one every day or every other day or something like that. I don't want to make too many at one time. On Saturday, I made 3. I made 2 on Friday, right? No. I think I made 3 or maybe even 4 on Saturday. I made all except I made 4 on Saturday, and since Saturday my wrist has been bothering me, so not more than 1 at a time. Just for, well, the weather's been bad too, so that doesn't help any with the whole achy old lady parts. But that was too much crochet, I think, for me. So maybe 1 or 2 at a time, but not 4 all in one sitting. Or it wasn't really all in one sitting. I did other stuff in between. But anyway, my wrist hurts. Makes me sleep with a brace at night, and then it's fine. But see, I'm clicking with the computer all day, and that just aggravates it. And I can't wear the brace while I'm working because the brace has the metal thing up through here, so this doesn't get bent. And that means I can't grab the mouse. So it is what it is. Just gotta be careful and aware of limitations. I have a couple of days off next week, so I'm hoping that will take care of it. I won't crochet any, and there won't be any clicky mousies. And if it's still bothering me by then, hopefully that'll make it completely go away. Anyway, so I did have a little stash enhancement, and then I want to show you and talk to you about what I did with all my memory blanket stuff. So stash enhancement, I got to go to the Wool and Boone Trunks show at Bliss Yarns in Nashville last Tuesday. So I did some personal shopping, and I'll show you those too. Excuse me. And then I did some shopping for myself. This one is personal shopping. I'm not keeping this one. But I thought I'd share it with you because it's really pretty. It's Hawkins, Indiana. I hope the recipient, well, I sent the recipient a picture, but I hope she loves it. She asked for reds and browns, and so I decided this was a really good skein. It's really pretty. And then this one was also personal shopping. This one is Dancing at a Funeral, so I'm not keeping this one either, but I wanted to share it with you. It's so pretty, and look, it's even got like blips of, I love that. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So the two Wool and Boone skeins that I am keeping are these. the Bradford pear trees are blooming, and they're killing me. They're killing me. I need a good rain or wind blow through to get rid of all those blooms, and then I'll be fine. Every spring. Every spring. Aiden's hacky too, and I bet it's the same thing. We've been trying to figure out what's wrong with him. He doesn't feel bad or anything. We're both on allergy medicine, but those darn blooming trees. So we have Super Cool Party People. This is Boone Classic from Wool and Boone. It's yellow. I know, people, you're all like, you don't like yellow. I love this. I love it so much. Look at it. Oh my God. Look at all the colors in there. Look at that. Oh my God. Look at that. So awesome. And this one, to be honest, I bought because of the name. Well, okay, the skein is beautiful, but I couldn't decide on, there was other ones that were really beautiful too. And I picked this one because of the name. The name of this one is A Skein Has No Name. So it's a Game of Thrones reference, and I thought that was hilarious. But look at all the colors in this one too. Look at that. There's like purples and browns and blues and reds and yellows and so much awesome in this skein. So what I really want to do with these two skeins, I want to do something brioche using these two skeins together. I think it would be absolutely fabulous. What do you think? I'm going to have to find like the perfect project, but these two are going in a project of brioche. And then while I was there, I picked up also, this skein is from Hooker's Corner. It was a new to me dyer, so I thought I wanted to give it a shot. I don't get up to Bliss very often. And it's neutral, so it's legal, because I'm trying to not make purchases. Although I've decided, you know, like one purchase a month is okay. So far this year, I've made one purchase each month. Unfortunately, I've already made my March purchase. And it's only March 5th. It was hobbledy-ahoy. Enough said, right? Anyway, so Hooker's Corner. Very beautiful. It's a gray, but it has speckles of gorgeousness in it. So it reads neutral, but it'll be a fun knit because of the little blips and blobs and such. Thought it was really, really pretty. Really, really pretty. It's Rainbow Spritz, the colorway, and it is her 3H Super Sock. It's really pretty. There you go. Hooker's Corner, which makes me laugh. Makes me laugh. So, I think I did pretty well. That's the first time I'd been to a yarn store all year, and I got 3 skeins. Alright, so I want to talk about all my yarn blanket goodness. So, when I started my blanket, and I've added more to it, so let me show you. I had just woven in all my ends, but then this weekend I got a hankering to work on it and organize my things. So I've added, I think, 12 more squares this weekend. So you know what I did this weekend, basically. This is what I did. I worked on my blanket. I think I'm about a fourth of a way done now. So here it is in all its blanky glory. So I have this ginormous bag that I got from, I bought from Whimsy Stitches at Fiber in the Burrow, not last year, the year before. Because I started this blanket while I was laid up right after I broke my leg. It was the first thing that I started working on again when I started knitting again. Because those first few weeks, I don't know, the first 2-3 weeks, whatever, I couldn't even knit. I just couldn't do it. So, when I started knitting again, I started working on this blanket because it was small, and as I was laying in bed, it was easy to work on, kind of fun, quick little squares, you know. Well, while I was laid up, I got a little mini skein happy. I bought a lot of mini skeins, and then I did some swaps with people. I've used up the majority of the minis that I got in swaps, I think. That's what I've been using lately, because I had them already, they were already on cards. Two of the batches were on cards, because the ones Trish sent me, they were on those little, which is really brilliant. Whenever I trade with anyone, again, from now on, that's how I'm sending them. They were on the little bobbins. One person sent me little cardboard ones, and another person sent me, they were plastic ones, I think. Was there any? Yeah. So I'm saving them, and I can reuse them. See, one person even, I think Trish sent me the plastic ones. So she even wrote, like, the numbers on them. Hers were really neatly done with all the information of, like, what the yarn was and everything. And my advent calendar swap, it was also on cards. So those are all used up. Finished all those. And so I have all these mini skeins. So I bought, like, there was a set of, like, Koigu mini skeins I got from, I think, yarn.com. I got some from Brew City Dyers. Bruce, is that right? Brew City. Pretty sure that's right. I've got some from Dana from Unwind Yarn Company. I have from Knitting Color. And then I have some that were like, here's some from Orange Jellyfish Dream. I have some from Rock and String Creation. Just a bunch of different ones. And they are now all balled up in these gallon-sized bags, ready to go. I spent several hours Friday and then several more hours yesterday to get them all balled up, because now I can just grab one and knit. I don't have to worry about winding up the mini skein first, or being out and about and wanting to use a color and not having a Swift or anything. And then, you know, thinking, oh, it's just a mini skein. I can just wind that by hand real quick and then have it a mess. There's nothing worse. Ask me how I know. So, I have balled them all. So, this is what I have left. I have these two bags. Big bags. And the big bags are all, like, 5 grams and above. I need about 6 grams, between 5 and 6 grams per square. And I say about 5 grams and above. Most of them are at least 6 grams or way more. But the ones I ordered that was a set that was Koigu, they're barely, not even 5 grams. So on some of those, I've had to, I don't know, let me see if I can find one. I haven't used them very much because, well, I can use an example. This isn't the koi goo, but as an example, I ran out of this color, so I finished it with this color. So with the koi goo, sometimes I'm having to patch in another color in the corner, which is fine. I don't mind doing that. And I'm doing that with the skeins where I don't, like this one, I just don't have that much left over to use up all the yarn. But it's kind of annoying that you have a fresh mini skein and then you don't even get to knit a whole square, because my squares aren't very big. I only have 20 by 20 squares, and the pack of mini skeins was kind of oh, what's the word? It was kind of advertised as, hey, put these in your blanket square kind of thing, and so kind of a bummer. I wish I hadn't bought those, to be honest. But anyway, they'll get used. It's all good. And then I also have these 3 little bags of, these are from the year before, not last year, the year before, when I got the Opal Advent Calendar. So these are minis that I still have out of the Advent Calendar. I don't know if these will go in the bag, in the blanket in the long run, or if I want to, still haven't decided if I want to make something just out of these. Maybe I've thought about making shorty socks with like several combined kind of thing. I don't know yet, but they are in my bag with all the other mini skeins. And then lastly, in this little Whimsy Stitches bag, well, it's not that little, but it's a little, whoops, there's my needle. It's a little Whimsy Stitches bag. I have the tiny bits left. So these are like the cards that I was gifted, or where I did a swap, where I've already knit a whole square, but I still have yarn on here. This one has a lot on it. It's probably enough for a whole nother square. This one not as much, so I'll probably have to combine it with something. I've got like, you know, little balls where it might be enough for a square, but maybe not. So right now what I'm doing, and what I did this weekend, is I was focusing on this bag and using what's in this bag to crochet stars, because I can, as I did here, I used up the green tiny ball and then finished it up with the blue tiny ball, for example. Or on my blanket, like I showed you, where I can do, you know, go see how far it takes me and then finish it up with their color. I basically, when I'm working on it, have these like all over my desk here, and then I pick out 2 that will go together. So if I run out of a color, I know I have something else that goes with it. Once I get too low that I don't have colors to go with them anymore, then I'll just start using the big ones. I would really like to use these tiny bits up though before I move on to the big ones. So that is my goal. So with any luck, by the next time I record, this bag will be empty. Wouldn't that be awesome? Should be awesome. Should be doable. This bag was full when I started this weekend, so I've knit quite a bit. The only other thing I wanted to tell you is I got the idea from Wendy, Silly Frew, who got the idea from Amber of the Yarn Hoarder podcast. I found myself a counter app on my phone, so I can't show it to you because it's on my phone and that's what I'm recording with. But I'm keeping track of, for the year, with skeins brought in, skeins going out, fiber brought in, fiber spun, I'm keeping it separate if it was a gift, because if it's a gift it doesn't count. I didn't like count my stash to put it in to begin with, but I'm keeping up with what I'm bringing in versus what is going out and how many projects I finished, how many finished objects I have. Because I think that will be helpful to me to kind of keep myself on track with the trying not to make any purchases. And so far I'm doing all right with that. So the one I'm using is something counter. If you look in the App Store, if you're interested in doing that, just look for counter and you'll be able to find yourself one. Super easy, and I just thought it was a really smart way to kind of keep up with myself. The motivation's good too to get those skeins out and see that number go up. And so what I've decided to do with the mini skeins, because you know, I don't want to count a mini skein every time a mini skein is finished. Oh, I finished one and it goes out. So what I decided to do is 10 blanket squares equal a skein. So 10 blanket squares is about 60 grams or so, between 50 and 60 grams, depending on, you know, and I figure there's quite a lot of yarn that is 50-gram balls, as my friend Jill pointed out. So I think that's reasonable. So every 10 squares I'm counting as a skein out of the stash. So there we go. Or if I have, oh, I didn't show you this bag. My big old ginormous Falula bag. I have odds and ends in this bag too. But these are like leftovers of actual like whole skeins. So if I finish this whole ball, it counts as a whole skein out because I started with a whole skein. Got myself some Neely's Knits, some Orange Jellyfish Dream, some Misty Mountain Makers. Got myself some Knitty and Color. I don't know that I'll use these in my blanket. I was thinking about maybe using them together. And these are also yarns that I might use like for heels and toes, that kind of thing. They may not necessarily all go into the blanket. All this stuff was all dumped together into that big bag. And so I am happy that it's all divided out now. Yay! Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, I'm out of here. I will catch you guys in a couple of weeks. I'll probably be recording early. I am on PTO the 15th and 16th. So I'll be home all day those days, as far as I know. And so I plan to record one of those days rather than the following weekend, because I think it's going to be kind of busy. Okay, you guys have a lovely day. Happy crafting. Enjoy your couple of weeks. Bye.